This tutorial will guide you through the process of registering your dedicated Workspot control tenant. To begin, open your browser and navigate to the sign-up page. Provide your first name, last name, company name, and email address associated with this Workspot control tenant. Click Sign Up, and shortly after, you will receive an email containing a link to complete the registration on a web page. Once you access the provided link, fill in all the required fields. Carefully read and accept the Workspot subscription agreement, and then click Register. Upon registration, you will be logged into your Workspot control tenant. The initial step is to select your authentication type, with options being Active Directory or Azure Active Directory. For the purposes of this tutorial, Active Directory will be chosen. Following this, designate your Workspot control user account as a named user by navigating to Users, then Groups, and clicking on Configure Named License Group. On the subsequent screen, select None in the Directory field. Click Add User below and choose your Workspot control user account. Click Add, and finally, confirm by clicking Yes, Add. This guide will take you through the essential steps to integrate Workspot Control and Amazon Workspaces core using an assume role via the AWS Cloud Shell. It's important to note that these procedures can also be carried out on the AWS console through the user interface. Make sure to refer to the accompanying guide and tutorial for more in-depth insights into the commands that complement this walkthrough. Before executing any command lines, you'll need to prepare two JSON files. The initial JSON file is designed to create an identity and access management IAM policy for Workspot as a trusted entity. Be sure to specify the Amazon resource name, ARN, of the Workspot IAM user account provided by Workspot in this file. The second JSON file is used to generate an IAM policy for additional required permissions. Upload both files into the AWS Cloud Shell. Firstly, create the IAM role by specifying the uploaded JSON file. Take note of the ARN associated with this role for future reference. Following that, generate an IAM policy using the Workspot template management JSON file. Now, the aim is to attach this policy to the recently created role. Subsequently, attach additional AWS permission policies, including Amazon EC2 Full Access, AWS Directory Services, Read-Only Access, and finally, Amazon Workspaces Admin. Now, log into Workspot Control, navigate to Setup, then Cloud, and click on Add Public Cloud. For the configuration type, choose Amazon Workspaces Core. Provide a name that clearly identifies this Workspaces Core environment. Input your AWS account number, access key secret, and set the role ARN. Select the appropriate region and finally click Save. This guide outlines the steps to create Workspot Managed Gateways, a group of gateway VMs that offer secure access to Workspot users. Start by navigating to Setup, then Gateway, and select Create Cloud Gateway Cluster. Choose your cloud configuration and the region where you want to set up the cluster. Select the virtual network and subnet for the cluster's provisioning, typically in your public subnet. Adjust any cloud-specific parameters as needed, and choose your preferred Windows Server OS version. Then, decide on the size and specifications of your gateways. Name your cluster and specify the number of instances it should have. Provide a prefix for these instances. If you have your own certificate, override the public domain with your public domain information. Next, set the authentication type to Active Directory and keep the gateway policy on default. Click Create to proceed. Now input the domain join details, specify the domain to join, the destination OU, and the credentials for the domain join account. Click OK to continue. Lastly, set up a local administrator account for the gateways. Use the refresh button to check the status of your gateway clusters. Once they are provisioned and show a ready status, go to Gateway under Actions and choose Enable. Confirm with Yes and OK. Then under Actions, select Publish. Your gateway cluster is now prepared for use with your VDI pools. This guide outlines the steps to create a Workspot standalone gateway. First, log into your domain-joined Windows Server machine. Go through the following steps. Choose Add Roles and Features and accept all default settings. In Server Roles, select Remote Desktop Service. Choose Remote Desktop Gateway. Then click Next and click Install. After installation, open the Remote Desktop Gateway Manager. Begin by installing your certificate and importing it. Next, set up your connection authorization policies by creating a new policy. Including a RD cap and RD wrap. Name them and associate them with an Active Directory group. Configure your resource authorization policy, give it a name, and ensure it allows users to connect to any network resource. Accept defaults and click Finish. Next, register your public DNS record for the gateways. Go to Workspot Control, select Setup, then Gateways, then Add Private Gateway. Name the standalone gateway and provide the gateway URI as configured in the public DNS. Choose Active Directory for authentication type and click Add Private Gateway. This tutorial will walk you through the steps for configuring the Workspot Enterprise Connector. In Workspot Control, navigate to Setup, then Cloud, then click Add Private Cloud. Provide a name, then click Save. Click into your new private cloud configuration. Click on Add Connector. This will provide you an integration key. Copy this integration key. Now log in to your Windows Server machine that is domain joined. First, add your Enterprise Connector service account to local admin of your Windows Server machine. Right-click, then select Computer Management. Under Local Users and Groups, click on Groups. Double-click on Administrators. Click Add and enter your service account. Click Apply, click OK, close your window. download the Java installation and install it. Now run your Enterprise Connector installation. Click Yes when prompted. Click Next. Click I agree. Click Install. Provide the integration key from Workspot control. Provide the domain of your service account. Provide the username and password. Click Next and wait for completion. Click Finish when completed. Now navigate to Workspot control. Refresh the page. Now the status is Connected. To integrate with Active Directory, click on Configs, then Add Configuration. Provide the name. Select the configuration type Active Directory. Finally, click Save. This guide details the process of creating a Workspot template on Workspaces core. Begin by setting up an EC2 instance from a private AMI based on an imported VM from your virtual environment. Once you log into your EC2 instance, visit download.workspot.com to get the latest agent. Open the command prompt as an administrator to install the Workspot agent. Follow the prompts, click Next, agree to the terms, install, and finish the setup. When asked, enter your Workspot Control Admin account credentials and proceed by clicking Next, then OK. Once installation is complete, confirm with OK and then Finish. Next, go to the C, Program Data, Workspot Agents directory. Check the properties of the config folder in the Security tab, ensuring administrators have full control. Then head to C, Program Files, Workspot Agent to run the Workspot config editor. Here, click OK, select Don't Join Domain, and then Submit. Run PowerShell and execute the BYOL checker. And address any warnings or errors. Proceed to the AWS console. Select your instance and create an AMI from your EC2 instance using the same name. Once the AMI is ready, usually in 5 to 10 minutes, import it into Workspaces core as an image using the provided command. In the Workspaces console, under Images, you can monitor the status. After about 30 to 45 minutes, create a bundle from your Workspaces image. Ensure the names match. Specify the bundle hardware type and storage settings, and then click Create. Finally, log into your Workspot control account and navigate to Setup, then Cloud. Access your Workspaces core, Cloud configuration, and click Register Template. Select your region, search for your template, select it, and save the configuration. This guide explains how to set up a Workspot desktop pool for Amazon Workspaces core. Start by signing into Workspot Control and navigating to Resources, then Cloud Desktop Pool, then click Add Pool. Choose your Workspaces core cloud configuration, then choose a template and your AD connector for Amazon Directory Services. Select the VM and disk class, and decide on the sizes for both the root and user disks. Enter a name for both the desktop pool name and pool display name, and specify the number of desktops you want to provision. Give a name to the desktop, stay with the default settings, and make sure your Cloud Gateway cluster is selected, keeping the rest at default. To finish, click Create. For Amazon Workspaces core, desktops are provisioned when they are assigned to a user. To assign under Actions, select Assign, then choose Workspot. Search for a user and click Assign. Refresh the page to check the provisioning status. Use Check Progress to continue to monitor. After about 15 to 20 minutes, the desktop will be in an online state. Click on Back to Pool Details to see the desktop marked as ready.
This tutorial demonstrates how to utilize Workspot Control to designate a single desktop to a user. Begin by logging into your Workspot controlled tenant. Then, navigate to the Resources section at the top and select the desktop pool containing an available desktop for assignment. Access the Actions menu, choose Assign, and select Workspot from the drop-down menu. Enter the user's information and click Search. Once located, select the user and click the Assign button. The desktop is now assigned and will promptly appear in the Workspot client for the specific user.
This guide provides instructions for setting up the Workspot web app client. Begin by accessing Workspot Control, then proceed to Setup and Configuration. Make sure to configure the subdomain, as this generates a unique web app URL for each control account. Copy this web app client URL. Next, open a web browser and paste the copied URL. A prompt will appear asking for your credentials. Enter your username, password, and domain, and then click Login. Once logged in, simply click on your desktop icon to access your desktop. This video guides you through the process of activating the Workspot client for Windows. After installing the client, open it and enter the email address associated with your Workspot control account. Click Continue, and shortly you'll receive an email containing an activation code. Input the code into the designated field and click Activate. Next, set a lock screen passcode of your choice and click Sign In. If there are resources assigned to your account, you'll find them listed in the client. Click on the icon to launch your desktop and enter your Active Directory credentials when prompted. Get ready to seamlessly access your desktop through the Workspot client.